Carissa Pavlika, TV Fanatic. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
So the Sinclair sisters are polished on the surface, but clearly carry their own emotional baggage. Beginning with you, Mamie, can each of you speak to how you tapped into that contrast in your characters?
It's funny they said carry emotional baggage. Um, because she's got trunks. I mean, yeah, we all do. It was an exercise in suppression. Um, that doesn't, for Carrie, doesn't always, it's not always successful. She's not very good at it. Not as good as these two. Uh, yeah, there was also the added challenge of knowing what we do about the story, the backstory, having read the second book, which is the prequel that tells the story of their upbringing and their adolescence. And so sort of like packing that down under everything as well. It was both a challenge, but also very helpful. I think you said like the greatest asset that an actor can have is a secret. So sorry to steal that from
No,
you.
go.
You
Take
really-
it. Take it.
But
Very sisterly of you. That belongs to me.
yeah,
How about you, Candice?
Uh, Bess Sinclair, I like the way that she manages, it's perfectionism, not only within herself, but amongst those around her. So whether it's constantly like polishing up her children and nitpicking at them and having this, like the way that everything looks on the outside, I think if she can control that, then she's decided that it will make her feel whole and complete and happy on the inside. And unfortunately, that's not how it usually works, according to many therapists, podcasts.
Caitlin?
I feel like I've played a lot of women in my career who are very heart forward and lead with their feelings and vulnerabilities, and it was really delicious to play a character who will do anything to avoid feeling her feelings and being vulnerable. And yeah, I really enjoyed Penny's sarcasm and cruelty sometimes. Sorry, guys. And yeah, she was fun to play.
In sticking with you, we'll go back in the other direction. There's this sense that the Sinclair women kind of inherited a way of surviving, and your character definitely expresses that. How do you think that emotional legacy affects the next generation?
Um, Not well. I think Penny, of all the sisters, perhaps is the strongest adherent to the rule book, the emotional rule book. She really believes in it. It's kind of barely kept her afloat, but I think it's really terrible parenting advice. I think at one point Penny says, "Just make your heart a small target, and then nothing can hurt you." And I don't actually think that's like a possible thing. And we always get hurt. That's a condition of being human. It's just what you do with the hurt that matters. And you can pretend it doesn't exist for as long as you want, but it will come back to bite you eventually.
such a good line.
It is a good line. It's very tidy. It sounds good. Just doesn't work.
And what about you, Candice?
I feel that Bess Sinclair would do anything that her sisters were doing. So if they were following the rule book, she'd be like, yeah, rule books are so cool. And if they were like, rule books are lame, she'd be like, yeah, who needs rules? I obviously there's like the matriarch and the patriarch of the family with Tipper and Harris, but I do feel that what Bess's like true north is is her sisters, and they're really who she wants to impress and who she wants that accolades from at the end of the day.
And Mamie, I would say that Carrie is the polar opposite of,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm
Well,
saying.
I think she's broken the rules before, and it didn't pay off. Like she suffered for it gravely. And so she's trying to, I think, as best as she can, get realigned with the, toe the line of the family law, but fails.
Well, thank you all so much for your time today.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.